Hey, hello, hi, and welcome. Hello. Welcome to today's class, which is a breathing class. And we're going to work with breath of fire, which is definitely a breathing exercise to be careful to practice when we are experiencing core and pelvic floor dysfunction. So we are going to do it in a supportive way. It's a pumping motion that we use with the belly. And the purpose of this breathing is to create circulation, and it's called breath of fire. So it's to create a fire in the belly for digestion, for circulation, for warmth, for like things to be able to move around and get cleaned out. So that's the purpose. When we have dysfunctions, we of course do not want to create more pressure into the core and pelvic floor. So we are going to position ourselves in a good way to be able to practice safely. That being said, if you are feeling any type of uncomfortability, maybe that's not a word. If you are feeling not comfortable, or you are feeling symptoms are increasing, you are feeling any type of pain, that's all signals from the body to stop, to break, take a break, and then modify and just kind of do it in some other way. So we are going to start lying down. And if you have a pillow to put under your hips, I highly recommend that. So you can lay on a yoga mat, you could also do this on a bed, on a sofa. But I think having like a firm ground underneath you is really nice. And we want to elevate the hips just to make sure that even if we do create some pressure now into the pelvic floor, our hips are elevated and our whole pelvis will be kind of working with gravity instead of against gravity, so that we have that support from the gravity, rather pulling the organs into the body than out, pushing it out from the body. So let's just lay down, close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, expand your ribs, and gently exhale. Maybe you exhale through the mouth. Maybe you sigh. That's a nice way to really land in the moment, being present right now. So we do not need to think about what has happened before this or what will happen after this. We're trying to create some space for our breathing and our body to do whatever they need to do, and for us to hold that space for that to happen. So continue to take a few more breaths, really deep breaths. It's like lateral breathing into the rib cage fully. And gently on the exhale, focus on just relaxing the jaw, the head, the face. Good. So a few more rounds, really trying to expand the rib cage into the mat or the floor, wherever you are with your back now. Try to expand the rib cage into what is under you, underneath the body. And if you sigh or yawn, or that's great. It's a sign that the nervous system is already starting to relax. So now we'll do a couple of rounds of the breath of fire. And if you have not done this before, you can just try to do it through your mouth first. After, when we practice, we're going to use the nose. But for now, just to kind of understand how it goes, we're going to pretend that we are a dog, a warm dog. So it's like we stick out our tongue a bit and just do like a dog would do when they are sweating. And now we try to close the mouth and we try to do the exact same thing through the nose. So it's like a pumping motion. We are using the rib cage and we are using parts of our belly too. We can consciously try to use more of the upper belly rather than really taking it to the lower belly and push like just above the pubic bone. Trying to use more of where the diaphragm is and the solar plexus region. So all the way up where the ribs are. So we're just going to do a few rounds, and I'll invite you also, after we've practiced it so that you feel more in control, to hold our breath after one of these practices. If you feel dizzy, again, if you feel any symptom, like this is a great practice also to listen to your body. And if your body is saying, no, I can't handle this, then you listen to it and you let go and you just rest, or you do lateral breathing or something else. So you can choose where you want to place your hands. They don't need to be active. Maybe it's nice to have them on your body or just relax alongside the body. So again, try to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to take one breath in. So inhaling through your nose and then half exhaling through your nose, and then you start. And you can go as slow or as fast as you wish. So a few more rounds. And if you already now feel any dizziness or any symptom, just try to decrease the speed and adjust. Otherwise, just a couple of more rounds. We're not going to do even a minute, so keep on going. Good. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now slowly inhale. Slowly, slowly, slowly fill up. Gently exhale in whatever way feels good. And just notice now how you feel in your body. And of course, depending on how you have slept, if you have a lot of stress or not, what you eat or have eaten the last few days, maybe everything will play a role. Where you are in your cycle, hormones, everything will play a role in how you feel and experience this exercise right now. And we don't need to judge or analyze anything, just being present with what arises and adjust based on that. If this felt interesting, you felt something going, you felt circulation or something was shifting in an interesting or a good way, then we'll do one more round. If you felt any of the dizziness, any increasing of symptoms, if you felt maybe this is not for me today, then you stick to the lateral breathing. So just going to take 3 more normal breaths before the second round. And trying to really stretch those ribs 360 degrees. One last breath. So after the last inhale, you inhale fully, exhale halfway, and you do the second round. So it's just a pumping motion. If you are doing the breath of fire, it's a pumping motion we want to imitate. It does not have to be fast. It does not have to be very deep. It's going either way. It's going to generate heat and that engagement of the breathing muscles, the diaphragm, the intercostal muscles, and also be giving a nice massage into your whole digestive system. So continue just a few more rounds here. Good. A little longer this time, so stay with it if you can. And of course, take a break if you need to and just come back whenever you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly inhale, sorry. Just as much as you need to. And exhale. Just take a few lateral breaths here, preparing for the third round. And if you wish to try to hold your breath after this round, you can do it immediately. So you won't stop and take a few lateral breaths and then hold your breath. You'll just do the breath of fire, that pumping motion. And then when I tell you the last round is up, you exhale fully on the exhale and you hold. So it's like an apnea. It's a breath hold on the exhale. And of course, if you wish to open your ribs and play around, you can do that. That's completely fine. You don't have to do that at all. This is going to give you a lot of other types of benefits. Anyway, so let's prepare 3 more lateral breaths. And again, if you during the apnea start to feel dizzy or it's too challenging, you just come out of it and you breathe again. So last breath. After this exhale, you're going to inhale fully all the way. Exhale halfway through the nose, and then we start to pump. So we're not trying to activate the outer layer of the abdominal muscles. It's more of the deep core. And again, it's not really like pushing or forcing. It's just a pumping motion. So you can almost create momentum here in your rib cage and in your belly. Nice. Few more rounds. Good. So I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you wish, you exhale fully till you are completely empty in your lungs and you stop. And maybe it's just for a couple of seconds. If you wish to open your ribs, you do that. If you just want to stay with this breath hold, you can do that for as long as you wish. And then when you're ready, you gently inhale. Nice. Good. So a few rounds of just kind of relaxing lateral breaths. And then before we end for today, we're going to try this on all fours. If you are up for it, if you feel your body is just like, oh, it's so nice to lay down here, you can stay. But if you want to try a different angle, when you are ready, not feeling dizzy or anything, you can come to all fours. And I do recommend you to put your elbows down onto the floor if you choose that position. So your pelvis is really elevated. So you are on your knees and on your elbows, and you can think hypopressive alignments so that we have the neutral spine, the elongated spine, the elbows under your shoulders, the knees under your pelvis or hips. So from here, try to position yourself in a nice way where you also feel a subtle support on the front of your core. So you want to have that kind of really relaxed engagement on the front side. So your back is not like a banana back. And your gaze, you can gaze just behind the elbows on the floor. That will create a nice elongation in the neck. So let's take 3 lateral breaths. Deep lateral breaths, feeling the expansion in the ribs. And now you're quite well warmed up here, so you can really go deep in the lateral breathing. So after your last exhale, again, let's inhale fully. Exhale halfway through the nose. And now, if you want to start the pumping motion, you do that, the breath of fire. And again, does not have to be deep or fast. Just having that kind of rhythmic pumping of your chest will give a lot of circulation in between the ribs, inside of the ribs, in your spine, in your whole breathing mechanism. So this is actually a great warm-up for hypopressives. So if you have not done hypopressives today, after this class is a great opportunity to do that. Great. Few more rounds. I'm going to count down from 5. And if you wish to do the breath hold and maybe an apnea, you are welcome to try that out here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale fully. Hold your breath. And choose if you want to stay here and just hold your breath, or if you want to expand your rib cage too while holding the breath. And do this in a way that is comfortable for you. When you need to inhale, you do that just softly. And on the exhale, maybe you want to just go back into child's pose, let your bum come toward your heels, and close your eyes, maybe really stretching out the spine here, elongating the arms and the hands in front of you. And take a check-in with yourself and with your breathing. If anything maybe feels different now from when we started. And take as much time as you need here to come back to your breath, your body, your room, and your day. Thank you so much for attending this class. Hope to see you soon again, and take care. Bye.